All right, folks, Tech Talk segment sponsored by CEEK.com, virtual reality company founded by Mary Spio. Mary Jones joins us right now. Mary, glad to have you back on the show. All right, we keep hearing about these NFTs and cryptocurrency. All right, first of all, let's start with NFTs. What the hell is an NFT?
So an NFT is, the word means a non-fungible token. Basically, all it is something that's irreplaceable, but it's a digital version of it. And so people are selling digital art that they're tracking on the blockchain, which means that you can't change any of the characteristics of it, and that you really, when you buy that piece of art, you have the digital proof, because the blockchain is a whole bunch of people that validate that. And that's basically what it is. It's just digital art. It's just rare goods. And it's all the craze now because, of the ability to track it.
All right. So perfect example. This painting here. This is a valuable piece of art. And this is the Fisk Jubilee Singers, sitting in the Queen's Court? Is that what it is? Queen Victoria's Court. Okay, so, I mean, again, folks would love to get their hands on this. And so how would this work for an NFT? So how would that actually work?
So the way they're doing physical art now, like some people would take a picture of the physical art, they'll put it online, and then they'll burn the only copy that they have of the real thing. So now it becomes available in the digital world, and you can sell it, and then you can just continue to sell it, but you really can track that this is the only copy that you have of that digital art, and that's basically what it is.
Okay, so and we're seeing people sell stuff and as NFTs, and could it be anything? Because so here's the thing with art. So we actually buy art. So this is an art piece, and then it's framed and things along those lines. And so how do you know it's the only digital item? How do you know that?
So if you have that particular version and you put it on an NFT platform, which we have our own NFT platform that's coming with a lot of artists, musicians that are going to put their stuff on there. So when you put it on there, the blockchain is controlled not by one person. That's why they say it's decentralized. So you've got a ton of people that are actually verifying in a digital ledger that this is the only copy. So in order to verify it, all these unrelated computers, all these independent computers have to verify that that's the only piece of, that's the original piece. So if somebody else puts something out there and tells you that that's that piece, they're not going to be able to get all those different computers that are out there on the blockchain to verify it. So you know that it's, it's not the real one.
Okay, so, all right, so, those are NFTs. All right, now, let's talk about cryptocurrencies. I've got people hitting me up saying, Roland, you should be accepting crypto for your Bring the Funk fan club. Why? Real money is real money, okay? People who give to this show, I can take that money and go buy that camera, that monitor, those lights, pay for airline tickets, hotel room. Why in the hell should I be accepting cryptocurrency for the Bring the Funk fan club, Roland Martin Unfiltered, or Black Star Network?
So basically, some people will be able to pay you cash, but some people also are sitting on a lot of cryptocurrencies. So for example, everybody knows about Bitcoin. There are people that bought Bitcoin when it was 10 cents, and today is, over $40,000 per coin. There is Ethereum. There are people who bought it when it was 10 cents. So you may have people in your audience that have either Bitcoin or some kind of token, maybe they even have a CEEK coin, that they'll be able to contribute to you. And you can very easily convert that to cash whenever you want to. But the advantage of the cryptocurrency is the fact that it has a stored value. So maybe when you receive it, it was 10 cents, but today it might be $40,000 or, $60,000, as in the case of, things like Bitcoin.
All right, so I know we got questions from my panel. I want to start with Misha first. Misha, what are your questions for Mary Spio about NFTs or cryptocurrency?
Absolutely. So before this show, honestly, Roland and you, ma'am, I didn't know what an NFT was. But for cryptocurrency specifically, we're seeing more millennials as well as the next generation beyond millennials really jump on crypto, specifically with, the offshoot like Dogecoin and things like that. And it shows really no signs of stopping. What do you think is attracting particularly younger investors to it? And what would you say about the conversation that now is leading that anybody can basically be an investor, and that's how we're seeing this new wave of cryptocurrency really take off amongst populations that, generally speaking, didn't really have too much of a voice when it came to finance, specifically Wall Street level finance?
I think the reason why we're seeing a lot of millennials and younger, people buy cryptocurrencies is because in their lifetime, they're seeing what can happen. So, for example, there's some people that bought Bitcoin or bought Dogecoin or even CEEK. We have our own token. Some people that have purchased some of these cryptocurrencies, and what's happened is they wake up and overnight they go to sleep maybe with $9,000 in there, and they wake up and it's $1 million, or they wake up and it's some ridiculous number. So they have seen it for themselves. They have friends that have experienced it. And so they're believers in it, and they have full control of their money as well. It's kind of like email, and it's the currency that we're going to see with the Web 3.0, which is what's coming. So, for example, before with emails, if you wanted to send a letter, you had to write a physical letter, take it to the post office. It's the same. Now, if you want to withdraw your money, you have to go to the bank or use an ATM or a credit card. But with cryptocurrencies, you can just instantly withdraw it and you can send it back and forth the same way that you send emails. And so for their generation that grew up with video games and, all of this is what's next for them. And they don't want to miss the boat.
All right, next up is A. Scott Bolden.
Hey, good evening. My daughters, who are 26 years old, have finally got me to invest in Ethereum. Is that it?
Yeah, Ethereum, yeah.
Okay. And I put thousands of dollars, not a lot, but thousands of dollars into it. And I go to it every couple of days, and yesterday was down by like 15%. And now it's up by about 5% today. That's kind of fun. But the debate about cryptocurrency used to be whether it was real or fake or going to fail. You don't hear those debates anymore, at least I haven't. And so can you comment on whether this cryptocurrency is for real, or are we still waiting to see whether it's going to fail or whether it's going to make all of us rich?
It's for real. It's for real. A country like Ecuador just announced that they're going to base Bitcoin as their legal tender. And then also there are some applications or some coins that have a real value in the real world. So those are things that are, for example, with the CEEK coin, we use that to track every single time there is a viewership on, in the metaverse. There's a viewership, whether it's on our app or on other different apps. So for stuff like that, where you've got people demanding that they know when their content is being consumed, that's a coin that people have to use in order to distribute content. Ethereum is the same way.
Yeah, but,
you have contracts.
Got you. But what's backing up Ethereum or crypto coins? What's backing it up? The American dollar isn't backed up by gold, of course, but it's backed up by the belief in the dollar bill that it won't fail because it's the currency of the United States of America. What's backing up crypto coins or Ethereum?
So what's backing, for example, Ethereum is the people. The people, because people are using it. They're using it for smart contracts. So with smart contracts, for example, if I say to you, we're going to, have an agreement where for every single time that, let's say every single time that you stream a piece of content, I'm going to pay you 1 CEEK. In the past, we would have to get an attorney to draft an agreement. But with a smart contract, what happens is I tie your wallet to the technology, and then whenever the stream happens, automatically that money gets deposited. And the foundation for that smart contract is Ethereum. And everybody is using smart contract now. It's like the new internet. So the fact that so many people are using it, and every time it gets used, people have to verify it. So there's money exchanging hands, and there's a cost that goes into it. So that's really the use of the technology. The utility is what's driving it, and it's what's most widely, adopted now for the Web 3.0.
Will it ever be regulated?
Jeff?
They're trying to. They're trying to. I think there's a lot of effort, to regulate cryptocurrencies, but because it's a utility, it's sort of like email, right? It's like saying that, in order for you to use email, you have to pay this or you have to pay that. But that's basically what it is. It's the foundation of the next generation of the web. So there are some aspects that will be regulated, but there are other aspects that, because it's just a utility, you can't really regulate, because it's a technology.
So it sounds as it.
All right, Jeff, your question for Mayor Spio.
Sure, absolutely. Salute to you, sister, for making this accessible to everybody. I am a father, may have mentioned, of 5. My wife and I have 5 children. I'm from the hip-hop generation, original hip-hop generation. I think I get classified as Generation X. I've got a 26-year-old who is classified in that millennial space. And then my 19, 15, 12, and 10-year-olds are either in Gen Z or whatever comes after Gen Z. And one of the things that I've learned is that you have to give way to innovation. Just like in the past, we had a belief, as Brother Scott outlined, we had a belief in the power of the dollar. It sounds as if the belief in the cryptocurrency space is a belief in the blockchain and the trust of the people to be consistent and to make those decisions. Let me ask you 2 quick questions on that, because I want us to understand, as people in that hip-hop generation, Gen X, who need to make the change. We've already made the change here. We're in the digital space speaking to webcams. 10 years ago, you could have told us that, and we said, nah, we're not going to do that kind of thing. But we are doing it. Change is inevitable. When you talk about the decentralization, I think about a site like Rotten Tomatoes, and I think about people who had ill intent when Black Panther came out. Wakanda Forever, of course. When it came out, they deliberately went to Rotten Tomatoes and gave it poor ratings so that it would not be 100% rated well. Is there room in the crypto space, when we're talking about the blockchain, for people to affirm the value of, say, that piece of art? Is there room for people with ill intent to devalue it as well?
A lot of what's happening now, and that's a very good point. A lot of what's happening now is what's called a proof of stake, which means, so there are instances where in order for you to vote, you have to put your money against that. So let's say you purchase some coins, and every single time you cast a vote with the coin. So unless you're really, really, really determined to spend a bunch of money to really push down that art or to push down that technology, it becomes, much, much more difficult. And because so many people at the early stages are buying all these different coins that are the foundation for things like voting on, who likes the movie and who doesn't. So let's say, your daughter has the Rotten Tomatoes token. She's going to be the one that will be able to vote, and other people that have that Rotten Tomato. So it's not just going to be someone that's just sitting there clicking the button over and over and over because they have nothing, to stake on it, which is why a lot of people have more faith in using the blockchain for things such as voting.
Awesome. Now that makes a lot of sense. So finally, when we talk about the process of conversion to cash in real terms, in real simple or easy terms, because we hear, well, if you need a camera, you need a monitor, you need a switcher, you need a high-speed internet, you can convert the Bitcoin to cash. What's the process of conversion to cash? Do you need a point of sale, a person who can accept Bitcoin? How do you say, I've got tons of Bitcoin, how do I actually cash that out in American dollars?
There are so many exchanges. So like a site like Binance, it's an exchange. When you go to that exchange, what happens is you can create a wallet there. And so when people are sending you Bitcoin, it goes into it. You can tie your bank account to that. And what happens is anytime you want to move it from being a cryptocurrency to cash, you just click a button and it moves from here to there and your money is in your hands. It's that simple. So you just sign up for an exchange. Coinbase is another one. And some of these, exchanges today are buying real banks. Some of these banks that have been around for 100 of years, because of the amount of money that's moving through these exchanges, a lot of them are, just running circles around the traditional banks.
Sounds like something we all need to get ahead of and we need to be a part of, because it seems as if the technology is becoming a great equalizer in this space.
It is.
All right, folks. Mary, for folks more information, where can they reach you?
CEEK.com, and they can definitely, reach me on CEEK.com. I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, and, CEEK.com for sure. And make sure they pick up the headphone while they're there.
Yep, folks, of course, you can get the headphones there as well as the virtual reality headset. Just use the promo code RMVIP21, RMVIP21, where a portion of that comes back to Roland Martin Unfiltered. Well, of course, we believe in supporting black-owned businesses, and then there's reciprocity there as well. Mary, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Folks, one of the reasons why this conversation is important is because I think we have to expand the knowledge base and horizons of our people. We can't just talk every single day about cops who kill black folks, talk about voting rights, things along those lines, because African Americans, we are a well-rounded people. We do many things. We're in business and technology and environment and on all those different things. And so that's one of the reasons why we have our Tech Talk segment. That's why we have our Marketplace segment, which airs on Tuesday, Education Matters, which airs on Fridays, our Fit, Live, Win segment, which airs on Monday as well. All of those things are important because they truly represent African Americans, who we are as a people. And so back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, CEEK.com is a black-owned company founded by Mary Spio. It's a virtual reality company where you can actually go there, look at their virtual reality content. A couple of devices they actually have for sale that you might be interested in. First off, their VR headset allows for you to slide your phone right in and experience that virtual reality content on their site or watch a 360-degree video. Also, there are 360-degree headphones, tremendous bass, you can use it for gaming, Bluetooth, phone calls, you name it. Folks, you can get these two at CEEK.com using this promo code RMVIP21, RMVIP21. You buy one or the other, or even both, a portion of the proceeds come back to us here at Roland Martin Unfiltered. And so we want you to check out CEEK.com and give it a try.